Hello everyone, this is another in the series of Raw Vegan Myths Debunked. Probably one of the most dangerous practices I've ever come across, I've ever seen being promoted by people in the alternative health world, is the practice of dry fasting. Dry fasting, I do not like talking about it because as soon as I talk about it, probably some of you are going to go and think that sounds like a good idea. And it really isn't a good idea. It's the practice of fasting without um, with no food and no water. So going without food and going without water. And the reason that I'm so against dry fasting is because I know at least three stories, but that's three stories of people that have died pretty much as a result or in connection with dry fasting. And health practices that kill people are like bad, like rubbish. Like that's not a health practice anymore. That's a dangerous and stupid thing to do. And I don't, not trying to judge people for doing it, but it's a totally bad idea. But it's worse that people promote it. It's much worse that people promote it. And the fact of the human body starting to suffer very quickly under dehydration is quite well known. That your performance goes down very quickly. The performance of the body goes down very quickly under dehydration, and dehydration occurs pretty quickly when you're not consuming water or eating. Now, I think you can go without water. I think you can go without juice. I get it. You can live on juicy fruits. I think you can do that. I don't know if it's optimal, but I think you can do that. I don't think you need water in that sense as an addition to a juicy fruit diet if that's what you're doing. But you can't have neither and then have no liquid coming in whatsoever. You know, you can't have nothing coming in. And when people start to do that, they become dehydrated. I mean, people get dehydrated when they're already like drinking water. Like people get dehydrated regardless, in the heat and everything. And if they're doing a lot of work, exercise, maybe losing a lot of water, people get dehydrated. So the idea that dehydration is going to improve, and the whole idea is that it's going to improve your ability to detox. A lot of this comes. There's a lady called Tonya Savasta that has a book about this, and there's a Russian researcher, or a Russian clinic, or a Russian doctor that talks about it, and and that's essentially it. Like, there's not really anywhere else talking about it, as far as I'm aware. Now, I know a lot of friends that have done it. I know a lot of people that have done it. I totally understand that it's probably good to know that your body can go longer with. You can survive without water if you're in a condition of you're trapped under the rubble in an earthquake. You know, if you've got this idea in your mind, well, I'll die in 3 days because I've not got any water. No, you'll probably go longer than that. Now, whether you start to do some damage, permanent damage to yourself, is the question for me. Like, you can survive it, but are you doing some kind of permanent damage? And I don't want to do that to myself, and I don't think you should want to do that to yourself either. So I want to stay away from damage, from permanent damage, um, and I'm not really that interested in trying to hit the heights of detoxification. Like, how detox can I get? How cleansed can I get? I'm more interested in living a lifestyle in which I don't have to really worry about detoxing and cleansing. That's the way I want to think about it. Not that I want to be desperately finding the most detoxed practice possible so that I can, when I've had when I've eaten a bad diet for a while, I can do this amazing detox and cleanse it all out. That's to me, that doesn't work. I want to stay consistently on a good diet. So dry fasting, I really totally don't believe in. Robert Lockhart used to teach about it at the Woodstock Festival. That was the first time I came across it. I probably listened to it and thought, sounds kind of interesting. I think I might have tried it on a plane flight. He used to do it on plane flights, going across time zones, and said it helped with jet lag. And I think I did do it on a plane flight one time. I think I chose to not drink, or at least I fasted. I don't know if I dry fasted completely. I might have. I might have done it once. Um, but I don't know. I might have just fasted. I definitely fasted on a flight. A couple of times actually I fasted on flights. But to try and help with the time zone thing. But I never really seriously got into it. I've known people that have done it. I've seen people online do it for ridiculous lengths of time, and I just can't help thinking that if you go over a very short amount of days, you're going into dangerous territory. You're going into you're relying on having enough health to not really harm yourself. And I don't think you should try and push your body to the limit. I don't, especially your kidneys. I don't think you should try and push your kidneys to the limit. Um, your blood, after all, is mostly water. Your blood is mostly water. So if you're not replacing that, I mean, I don't know. Do you stop urinating when you're dry fasting? Like, I just don't know. Like so you're removing water, you're breathing out water all the time, but you're not replacing it. I don't see how this in any way goes along with the principles of health and healing. And the whole thing of detoxification is it's a bodily process, and every bodily process will be best when the body's under an optimal condition, not when it's dehydrated and under stress. So I don't see how putting yourself under stress helps. Just a thought, just some ideas. So anyway, if you want to read more about that and look at some of the research and some of the stuff I've looked into and read some of the sad stories of people that have harmed themselves and actually died as a result of dry fasting, then pick up my book Raw Vegan Myths Debunked. You can click on the link below this video and you will find that book along with the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which is available till Monday. Very affordable, over 50 ebooks from different raw vegan collaborators. Really good value, and I think you should check it out and get your copy. But thank you very much for supporting the channel. I will see you soon in more videos. I'm going to make some more about the book, and if any of you are in London, check out our conference this weekend. Love Fruit Conference. Go to fruitfest.co.uk to find out more. Thank you very much, everyone.